Hey everybody, welcome to Vintage Variety. Today I'm going to be talking about Sarah Coventry jewelry, and I'm going to show you guys the pieces that are in my collection. I have at least one piece I know of that I haven't been able to find. That doesn't mean that it's not here, it just means that I need to be a little bit better organized. One of the most time-consuming parts of making these videos, especially when I do the ones on jewelry, is putting all the pieces together, and I don't really have my pieces stored by designer, so that's something that I need to think about in the future. A lot of the information that I got for this video came from this book. This is Sarah Coventry Jewelry, and it is by Kay Oshell. So if this is something you're interested in, this is a book you might want to look into getting. I don't think this is the only book there is out there on Sarah Coventry jewelry. And I will say that there's nothing wrong with this book. It's okay. However, there are a few pieces that I own that I did not find in the book. One of the things that I do like about Sarah Coventry jewelry is most of the pieces have a name. And I think that's pretty neat. Sarah Coventry Jewelry was established in 1949 by Lyman K. Stewart, who named the company after his granddaughter. The company was recognized as having been one of the oldest direct selling companies. Sarah Coventry was in business until 1984, when the company, along with the Sarah Coventry name, was sold to Lifestyle Brands. And then later on it was resold again in the 90s, and now the company is no longer in business. They did not make or design their own pieces. Their pieces were made by other companies. And these first two brooches that I am going to show you that are part of my collection, these two brooches are Juliana. And if you're a jewelry collector, I am sure that you're familiar with Juliana jewelry. Juliana is the nickname that's given to jewelry that was made by Deliza and Elster. I hope I'm saying that right. Also known as D&E. So these two pieces were made for Sarah Coventry, but they were made by that company. Let's see if I can zoom in so you guys can see the signatures on the back. This one says Sarah Cove. As does this one. And you'll notice with a lot of Sarah Coventry jewelry that sometimes it'll say different things on the back. Sometimes it'll say just Sarah. Sometimes it'll only say Coventry. I've seen it say the full name, Sarah Coventry. I've seen Sarah Cove. If you run across pieces that say SC, those are pieces that were made by Lifestyle Brands after the company was sold. Let you guys get a really good look at those. Very, very pretty pieces. And there were other pieces in this set. I only own the brooches, but I know that both pieces had earrings to go along with them, and I'm not sure, but they also may have had necklaces. This brooch is called Blue Lagoon. I like how it has that Aurora Borealis coating. So it's blue, but when you turn it a certain way, it has that purplish, greenish shimmer to it. And this brooch is called Touch of Elegance. I think this would be a really pretty brooch to wear at Christmas time or maybe during the fall with those green colors. This is a set. This is called Bird of Paradise, and I have the brooch and the earrings. The little earrings look like bird wings. I think that's very cute. Set's also signed Sarah Cove. It's a really cute set. This little brooch is called Autumn Haze. And the book describes it as an autumn-colored stone cut to catch, I think, the sunset, the autumn sunset, something along those lines. And I found this very funny because, to me, it resembles a pineapple. What do you guys think? I thought it was a pineapple until I read in the book that no, it's a stone topped with a flower. Here's a piece that I really like. I really like this brooch. You can see that it's a very nice size. And it has this faux turquoise with a little gold through it. And then these faux pearls. And I like the way they've combined the pearls and the turquoise, faux turquoise, and set it in this gold tone. Here's another brooch. This one is a floral brooch. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I have a soft spot for flower brooches. I have quite a few in my collection. I may do a video on those for you guys to see my entire collection. This one is called Deep Burgundy, and I'm guessing because of the center of it, it has this deep burgundy center rhinestone, and then it has smaller stones set around it. It's a very pretty flower pen. Here's one I showed in a recent haul video. I was very happy to see that this was a Sarah Coventry because I certainly don't mind adding to my collection of Sarah Coventry pens and brooches. This one is called American Beauty. It's a rose with little leaves. There is a rose called American Beauty, I believe. Perhaps that's what they named this one after. Here's another flower brooch. I like how this one looks really three-dimensional. Look at that. Isn't that neat? This particular brooch is called Water Lily. Here's one that I didn't find in the book. I'm not saying it's not in there. I'm saying I could have overlooked it. And so I can't really give you a name on this one, but this is pretty. I like how it has the leaf, and this big faux pearl is supposed to be the flower on this one. And I'll show you guys the back where it's signed. Don't know if you guys can see that. Right there, it's signed Sarah Cove. It's a nice little brooch. Here's another piece I showed in a recent haul video, and this is a gorgeous necklace. It looks very modern. You can see it's a very nice size. This would look really pretty with just about anything. The necklace is called Molten Topaz. And I really like this. I really like the design of this one. Here's another necklace from my collection. And believe it or not, I did not realize that this one was Sarah Coventry until I purchased the book. Now, I may have known it was Sarah Coventry and forgot. And it just so happened, as I was looking through the book, I'm like, oh yeah, I have that necklace. This particular necklace is called Applause. It's very lightweight. It has these kind of tubular looking beads. Let's see how this one's signed. Still has the little hang tag. It's also signed Sarah Cove. But I like this necklace. I think that this could be layered even with the other necklace that I just showed, and it would look just absolutely gorgeous. So this is one I really like. This necklace, this isn't in the book. This is a silver tone Sarah Coventry necklace. So I don't really know the name of this one. But it is a very pretty necklace. I like the design of it. If any of you know the name of this piece, you would like to let me know in the comments, I would appreciate that. This is a set. I have the necklace and the bracelet. I've laid the bracelet up here so you guys can get a good look at it. And I don't know if you can see it really good on camera, but look at the sparkle to that. Isn't that pretty? This set is called Monte Carlo. And I think there's also earrings that go with this set. I don't own them, but I would like to. I do have quite a few earrings that are Sarah Coventry, but I have shown those in other videos. So I didn't really bother to go through and find all of those. The last pieces that I'm going to show you guys, they did belong to my granny. I've mentioned before in quite a few videos that my granny loved Sarah Coventry jewelry, and I'm fortunate to own just a few pieces that were hers. This one is called Celebrity. That was a piece that belonged to her, and it's a piece that I haven't worn it lately, but I used to wear this piece all the time. And now that I have gotten it out, I'll probably start wearing it again quite often. This is another piece that belonged to her that I did not find in the book. They have quite a few pieces, or did quite a few pieces, that had that smoky topaz looking stone in it. So if you guys know the name of this piece, you can let me know. But I couldn't find it in the book, and I did find some similar ones online. I didn't spend a lot of time looking, but the ones I found, it didn't mention a name for this piece either. And this last piece, it also wasn't in the book, and this piece is called, let's see here, I made a note of it, Outer Space. How cool is that? To me, it reminds me of a sun or maybe a star. So I guess Outer Space is a really good name for this piece. Now I'm going to take a minute to talk about upcoming content that I plan for my channel. The first thing I'm going to show you guys that I'm planning to do content on is this. I purchased this a while back, and I did get this out the other day to experiment with it. It's a kit for testing for gold content. It has these different solutions with it. You guys have probably seen these before. You can see some of them have the plastic off the lids because I've been playing with them. This one's 22 karat. This one's for testing silver. This one's for testing platinum. So I am going to have some content coming up sometime soon where I'm going to test some of my pieces. I have a subscriber named Mary, and Mary has mentioned in some of her comments to me that she would be interested to see that. Well, you know what, Mary? I would too. So I'm going to get out some of the pieces that I have done content on in the past, and I'm going to test those so that we can all find out what they are. If they're 14 karat, 10 karat, we will see. So that's some content that I'm going to have coming up. And the next thing that I'm going to show you guys that I also purchased is I purchased this, and from what I read, it's simple to use for testing gemstones. I'm not sure if this tests all gemstones. I am going to have to discover how to use this and use it properly. And I will also, as I'm testing for precious metal content, I will test some of those pieces to see if they have gemstones in them. So that's some content that's going to be coming up soon. Also, in the month of July, I will be taking a mini road trip to visit my son and his wife. So I may be able to come up with some content there that you guys might be interested in watching. I may have mentioned earlier that I haven't felt too great today, but I thought it would be fun just to take a short step outside, and I'll show you guys what my husband's been up to. So this is it. He has been working on this. This is not the first time that he's done this. He has grown vegetables like this before. Some people call it aquaponics. I think I'm saying that right. Some people call it hydroponics. But this is a squash plant, and the way he's got this hooked up is this is a cat litter container. And we're nothing if we're not frugal. We save these because this is how we buy our cat litter, in these large containers. So he's just spray painted this black. I think he has a couple of these. This is going to be the second year that he's used this one, so I do think that he probably spray painted it again. And it has a fish pump, as you can see, and hosing coming in and out of there. So the plant grows in water, and of course the fish pump supplies oxygen to the water. He's grown tomatoes this way before, and he's had some success with it. Come on. And you can see we do put these to use. He has a tomato plant growing out of this one, and he's just taken a drill and drilled some small holes in it and put some dirt in it, and he's using it as a container. Rather than going out and buying a bucket, a lot of times we'll use these for things like out the grill, getting the ashes out of the grill. I've used them before as a mop bucket, you know, just whatever we need it for. And when they are completely worn out, we usually throw them away, but try to recycle those a little bit. But he did mention, oh, you could put this on your YouTube video, so I'm showing you guys what he's been up to as far as his gardening. Now, this is not going to give us tons and tons and tons of squash. This is only one plant. But I think it's a pretty neat little hobby, and it's really quite interesting. It's actually, let me see if I can pull it out and show you guys. A little plastic basket. And he has these little stones in them. I'm sure there's a name for them. They look like little lava rocks to me, but I don't think that's what they are. There is a name for them. And the plant just sets in those. After a while, I may show you guys later on, the roots of the plant will grow through the basket, and the roots will be all throughout the water. And the plant can grow that way without any soil because the fish pump is providing oxygen. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to share some of my little treasures with me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on more videos about collecting vintage and antique items. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.